If you're moving to Colorado and you're thinking, we'll just downsize when we get there, it'll simplify everything. Now, I completely understand that instinct, but some of the most expensive and, well, honestly, the most heartbreaking downsizing mistakes, they happen before the moving truck ever shows up. Now, once you've crossed state lines, these are a lot harder to fix. So I want you to stick with me because there's one specific oversight that caught my last 3 clients off guard. It even cost one of them nearly $15,000 in hidden Colorado fees. So let's talk about the downsizing traps that you're going to want to avoid before you head toward West Denver. If you're looking at spots like Littleton, Lakewood, Golden, or Arvada, and you're thinking about going smaller, this one's for you. A lot of people tell me, we don't need the big suburban spread anymore. Let's just go smaller. But downsizing into a bungalow in Golden or a townhome in Arvada is a totally different beast. It's a different beast than moving 3 blocks over in your current city. You're not just changing houses, you're changing your rhythm, you're changing your routine, and you're also changing your community. There's a common myth that smaller automatically equals cheaper. But in West Denver, you aren't just paying for bedrooms, you're paying for the Mountain View surcharge. You're also paying for that 15-minute drive to the trailhead fee. If you're looking at Littleton or Golden, a smaller updated 1950s ranch can easily cost as much or more than your 3,000 square foot house back home. So before you assume it's a financial win, I want you to ask yourself, what are we actually trying to improve? And if it's cash flow, we need to look at the location premium of those West Denver zip codes first. Then there's the transaction stacking effect. Relocating to the foothills is a massive life transition. You're learning how the weather moves off the Front Range. You're also learning which King Soopers has the shortest grocery lines. Now, don't force yourself to also learn how to live in 1,000 fewer square feet. And don't try to do that in the same week, because that's how meltdowns happen in the IKEA parking lot. Space transitions are emotional transitions, so give yourself a little grace and space. Now, here's the one that really gets people. Downsizing doesn't always eliminate costs, it just simply redistributes them. In West Denver communities, especially newer developments in Arvada or Littleton, you might move into a property that has a Metro District tax. In Colorado, these districts can add significantly to your property tax bill, and these are to pay for the local infrastructure. So instead of asking, will our mortgage go down? I want you to ask, how will our total cost structure change? Between HOA fees and Ken Carl, Colorado specific insurance, yes, hail is real, and so is fire damage and mitigation, and all those metro districts, the smaller house might have a bigger monthly appetite than you actually expected. I also know that relocation timelines are brutal. Job dates, school calendars, lease endings. That urgency pushes you to think, let's just get the small one. It's easier. But a permanent decision deserves steady thinking. Are you choosing the smaller footprint because it serves your 5-year plan? Or because it's the only thing available near Table Mountain before your start date in Denver? There's a massive difference between the two. And at the end of the day, downsizing isn't about how tiny you can go. It's about avoiding those blind spots before you sign the paperwork. When you factor in the real financial picture, the emotional weight, and the reality of transaction stacking, you make decisions from a place of power. And if you're still trying to figure out which West Denver area makes the most sense, I do have a video specifically on how to determine where to live in West Denver. I'll make sure to put the link below. And if you're weighing these options in Littleton, Lakewood, Golden, or Arvada, I want you to grab my free relocation guide below. And reach out if you want to talk through your specific numbers. I'd love to help you build a strategy that actually works for you and your plans. Until then, remember, life is short, live somewhere awesome, and be well. We'll see you next time.